Yes, I want to take this opportunity to welcome you to this powerful Super Monday presentation. So I want to say good morning, good afternoon, good evening, wherever you are joining us from, because we are in a different country zone. Tonight, we are going to be talking about a very, very wonderful opportunity that we have been waiting for. Actually, as I'm speaking right now, we are on the countdown, just few hours. The staking will be starting. Hope you are ready with your BNB or USDT, because this ecosystem is unveiling for people who want to use them to have a claim of this coin starting tomorrow. So, guys, get excited. We are fired up. And my job is, if I want to give you the reason why people all over the world, they are extremely excited about BNB Ocean. We just seen a huge event happening in Kenya. Listen, we had a very big event happening in Nigeria, Namibia, South Africa, Pakistan, Colombia. We are seeing a lot of people raising the flags of BNB Ocean. And we'll be wondering, what is this buzz all about? Why is everybody talking about BNB Ocean? Is it like one of those kind of coins? Because we have been having a lot of confusion, because many of you who is watching right now, you have been confused with the issue of meme coin, and it's very easy to to confuse what we have to the meme coin. This is not a meme coin, my brother, my sister. This is a huge opportunity. Actually, we are competing with the giant of the industry, which is BNB Ocean, and we are saying that if you missed BNB, which is in short, which is Binance Coin, when you are starting 8 years ago, because many people who bought that coin, they have become multi-millionaires. We are saying, no, no worry, don't beat yourself up. There is one last chance for you to be able to leap big, like how those people were able to harvest a lot of money from that wonderful ecosystem. Now, we want to introduce you to what we call the BNB Ocean, our only hope to live big. The same way, the same way those who participated in Binance, of course, had to enjoy a lot of growth, a lot of exponential growth of their investment. And this is what you have. So the power of this powerful, its job or the purpose of BNB Ocean is to make sure that your money does a Hathaman X. It's not your money to sit there, because we want to bring you a coin that's not going to be doing any kind of pre-sale. Meaning, this is a coin you are going to buy, but from day go, it's going to be in the market. From day go, you are going to see your money growing in value. You see, and we bring you a coin that is going to be swappable to BNB. Like the moment you stake and you get your rewards, those rewards are going to be converted in BNB. That's why we call it BNB Ocean, ladies and gentlemen, because it's an ocean of BNB. It's a chance for us to accumulate as many BNB as possible. But if you understand the token in which I'm going to introduce you, even if you don't convert, the goal is to hold this, because this coin is going to be able to explode 1,000x. That will be the minimum. If you can hold in it a little bit longer. Why? Because this is the coin we want to that is not offering maybe billions of maximum supply. No, 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 no. It's only 200 million coin that will ever be. And once in a while, whatever activity that happens within the ecosystem, a percentage of these coins are being burnt, reducing even the supply further. So I'm gonna break it down why we are so excited in the next few minutes. Then I'll call my partner to give her to show us the money part, and of course how you can get involved and take advantage of this wonderful, wonderful business concept. So BNB Ocean is the next big wave after Binance Coin. Ladies and gentlemen, we have been waiting for this for many years, but finally, I thank God that a team came together and they have to figure this out. So you have heard about Ethereum, have heard about Bitcoin, but many of you have not paid attention to the third giant, because after Ethereum, we talk about BNB in the world. Actually, right now, even after Bitcoin, right now, as we are speaking, you talk about Binance Coin for the reason that I'm going to give. And those who have been not paying much attention to this wonderful project, as we are speaking right now, this coin hit over $1,100, and this was within the space of just within the space of just 8 years. It grew from just 10 cents and hit $1,100. That's over 900,000%. I mean, if you had put in $1 in BNB right now, you could be sitting on $900,000. How many of you had $100? How many of you had $10? How many of you had $50 8 years ago? That even you ate it, you ate that money and you don't know. You don't have the accountability for that money. So this coin, they started with the total supply of 200 million BNB. But as we are speaking, because of their banning strategy, they only have about 139 million BNB. And people, they have trusted this project. No wonder it's number three worldwide. They have trusted it so much in that the entire investment, the entire market capitalization of this project is $157 billion. You see, $157 billion. Look at that. Look at that. $157 billion. So this project started in 2017 and it's going like crazy, as you can see right now. Within 24 hours, it trades over $5.3 billion. Isn't that very interesting? So BNB and unbelievable growth is because of its metrics and the way it's designed. And if you had just put $1,000 right now, you could be sitting on $20 million in the space of 8 years. Those who put $1,000 8 years ago in BNB, they are sitting on $20 million. You see, because $100 8 years ago could get you 25,000 BNB times $1,000. How much is that money? That's over $20 million that someone could be sitting on. Isn't that interesting? Now, if you miss BNB, your only chance you have is to get this coin, because this coin that I'm going to introduce tonight is follows the same trajectory of it follows the same trajectory of Binance Coin. Everything Binance Coin is doing is exactly what this coin is. Binance Coin is an exchanger coin, and even this coin is an exchanger coin, but not just an exchanger coin, but it's under DeFi at the same time. The exchanger that is a native token under is called is a DEX, or what we call a decentralized exchange, which is the future of exchanges. Because we have been working so much with centralized exchanges, and we have seen the problems. We have seen the problems that we have been that those who are operating in centralized exchange they have been faced. They have been facing. One is money laundering issues. They have been accused of money laundering. They have been they have gotten their accounts frozen. They have been forced to comply with KYC and money laundering requirement of different governments. Recently, the recent case we had, the owner of BNB, that's CZ, just left prison in USA for doing good to the crypto community for cases whereby it was 100% innocent. You see, but this is what happens every time you centralize things. You are calling for corruption. You are calling for people who don't. I don't want to go so much into that, but just know, as by the time CZ left the prison, his focus has not been on centralized exchange. Actually, as we are speaking, he resigned from being the CEO of Binance, and him with a different team, they went out and co-founded another exchange that I'm going to be talking about in a short while. You see, they co-founded that exchange, and that exchange has done over $498 billion in the space of less than a year. Think about that. You see, I'm going to talk about that exchange. Its token is doing crazy things, and that's what we are leading after. So, ladies and gentlemen, what makes BNB become the crypto giant? One is they have an ecosystem, and the coin we are going to introduce you. We have a powerful ecosystem. They have limited supply. They don't have billions of supply. Here, even we have a maximum supply of 200 million coins. They have real world utility, used for trading fees, token ban, NFTs, DeFi, the same way this token, which we are going to be talking about tonight, is going to be used. That's why I feel like if you don't understand anything I tell you right now, all you have to do is to prepare at least your $50 or $100 and get yourself as much of this token as possible, because the staking is starting tomorrow. If you don't have money, share your link to as many people as possible and correct as much airdrop as you can, because the airdrop pays fee levels down. Isn't that interesting? Isn't that exciting? And what makes Binance Coin stand out is the global community. They have in excess of 100 million people who are using Binance ecosystem on daily basis. Let me tell you, This coin that we are telling you, which is starting tomorrow, actually, they have a community of 1 million people they're starting with. They partner with another ecosystem called X65 that already had an established community in AI. And guess what? They are putting out something that's going to shake the entire AI and crypto community all over the world. This is something very, very interesting. So if you look at the strong utility, ledger token ban, backed up by real use cases, and solid integration into this kind of whatever, these things they make um, Binance Coin to stand out from the list of the coins. So, ladies and gentlemen, I want to talk about these projects that have been telling you about, which is called the BNB Ocean. For us to understand BNB Ocean, I'll go to the official to official document, which you can access via the person who shared this Zoom invite with you. He can give you this PDF, and you can be able to go deeper into this. So, what is BNB Ocean? BNB Ocean is an evolution of decentralized intelligence, an ecosystem designed to merge technology, liquidity, and human community into a one living digital ocean. In the world where traditional blockchain compete for dominance, BNB Ocean stands uh, as part of the self-adaptive AI-powered multi-chain ecosystem that lands, balances, and grows perpetually. This is the new dimension of digital economy where liquidity flows like energy, intelligence represents speculation, and every participant becomes part of the ocean motion. Isn't that powerful? So the thing is that this concept was born after studying all the blockchain that were existing. Most of the blockchain that were not adapted to where the world is going as far as AI is concerned. Most of the blockchain that are backing up all these crypto people that are putting billions of dollars, they are not up to date with what's trending, with where the world is going as far as technology is concerned. Yes, blockchain has its own good side, but let me tell you something. Every blockchain so far has been static. It has been having just programmed rules and manual governance, whereby it cannot adapt to all these changes. Now we have AI is taking over. Next, we have quantum computing. Supercomputers are coming up. So you may find most of those blockchains that are not self-adaptive, they will be overlain by the innovation in technology. But we bring you a blockchain that as for the first time, they have changed the game. They have integrated artificial intelligence at the core, and that intelligence controls the liquidity. Remember, this ecosystem started with $100 million in liquidity. You see, and this AI built embedded within the blockchain of BNB Ocean, is the one that does the governance. It's the one that knows when do we meet more coin, when do we supply more liquidity, and it's not any human who is doing that. It's the AI that studies the prevailing circumstances, it studies the market condition, and knows should we make more coin, so that ensures that there is always balance. You see, so that there is always scalability. So the ecosystem thinks for itself is very important because of the technology. We are the only company that has a blockchain that thinks for itself. You see, it balances scarcity and expansion automatically. You see, without any human intervening into that. It adapts to the markets, user flows, and liquidity shifts, etc. So BNB Ocean evolves perpetually, ladies and gentlemen. So the vision is simple. We want to create the world's most advanced decentralized ecosystem where millions can trade, where millions can build, where millions can grow wealth without borders, without middlemen, without limits. Isn't that interesting? So BNB Ocean envisions a world where the economy behaves like nature, self-sustaining, constantly moving, and always regenerating. These are the keywords to take out from the blockchain. It's global inclusion. Anyone, anywhere can participate and benefit starting tomorrow. Get your money, you see what I'm talking about. You see, AI governance. At the core, we have smart algorithms that are controlling the liquidity and making sure the project is stable. You see, this is the only project you do and invest your money with the peace of mind that it's not a meme coin to dump on you. Here there will be no dumping at all. You see, one thing I like about this is it comes with what after staking there's what we call um uh there's what we call the vesting schedule, or the vesting period. In that, even after the staking, you may find that you're accessing 5% of your total coins, which you can extend to BNB. You understand? That's powerful, guys. You see, so no one is going to dump the market at all. Now it's smart chain, meaning we work with Binance, smart chain, we work with Ethereum, we work with Solana, we work with Asta, we work with all those blockchain. Most of the blockchain they cannot interact with other blockchain, and it's perpetual liquidity. Perpetual means it's not a one off. It keeps adding liquidity. So every token movement contributes to and balances the scarcity. You see, like the moment they pay out the staking rewards, the blockchain will automatically release more coin to balance what has been paid out. Think about that. And they have a community. As I told you, they're starting with 1 million members, but their goal is to have 100 people strong, the way you are seeing how Binance is, ladies and gentlemen. Having said that, ladies and gentlemen, allow me uh, to give you the technology overview. One, our blockchain has three levels of technology. One, we have the ocean layer. This blockchain is designed to mimic the power of the ocean. What makes the ocean, like you see in my background image, is that every time the wave come up, the ocean is designed in the way that there is an opposite force that balances it. If there's no that opposite force,
I can see you now. You come back?
yes, I'm back.
All right, all right. Okay.
Okay, so
Yeah, continue.
so I was telling you the reason why I'm taking time to explain these technicalities, so you understand that we are not investing in another meme coin. You understand? We are investing in the real technology. We have a chance to invest in uh like in the other Binance, like how Binance was starting with real technology and now they have taken over, and we missed that opportunity. If everybody knew that Binance could be what it is right now, we could have invested heavily. We could even have sold our property to just invest in BNB, and to own a piece of BNB. But right now, BNB is becoming more and more expensive and it's becoming more and more scarce because of their buying strategy. So because they have the technology, I said it was just a token, and now they move to have their own blockchain. But this company, starting with their own blockchain, BNBOcean, is their own blockchain. And the blockchain is designed on three levels of technology. As I was telling you, the first level is the technology. The coding was designed to mimic how the ocean behaves. Like the ocean is designed to have a safe balancing mechanism. The waves, the tide may be so much with a lot of force, but there's always an opposite force to balance it off. You see, like here, the market may have a lot of pressure, but trust me, the way this blockchain is designed is that it can save balance liquidity. It can bring in more liquidity to make sure the market is not dumping, so that it ensures that this continuous growth of our token or our coin. That's why everybody is going to make money. It ensures that okay, not even if you have 200 million, but all those coins are not meted at a goal. You understand? Is the AI knows based on the prevailing circumstances when to meet or to produce more of these coins into saturation. Even the AI can detect that the market is not good and can hold the next 6 months or next 3 months without producing any coin until it adapts to the market. Isn't that wonderful? So this is the foundation of the smart layer, managing all liquidity flows and asset transfers. It uses real-time data analytics to balance token bands, mix, and market depths. That's what I've been explaining. And apart from that, on top of this blockchain, we are the first blockchain to put what you call the intelligent layer. We have put an AI engine on top of that layer. You see, so whereby everything is managed by AI. That's what I've explained. I explained it very well because AI can predict liquidity shortages before even they occur. Think about that. AI can add just network incentives and bans dynamically because you see the staking rewards that we are getting. If the market is not good, you may find that in a day, you have gotten lower coins because the AI has detected there's something that can affect our ecosystem. You see, and when the market is good, you might find the AI is giving us even more tokens, those who are staking. Think about that. Isn't that wonderful? So the AI keeps the ecosystem balanced and self-sustaining, ladies and gentlemen. Now, the other layer is called the perpetual layer, which is the OCEX token ecosystem, you see, which we are going to talk about. So every transaction makes the ocean stronger. BNBOcean is not a project, it's an evolution of blockchain, it's an evolution of DeFi, it's an evolution of AI. Isn't that wonderful, ladies and gentlemen, on this call? So I've already talked about Binance. For that, if you missed Binance, the only chance you have is called BNB Ocean. That's why the project is called BNB Ocean. And we want to introduce you before even I go deeper into that project. As I bring in the presenter, I want to tell you something. Uh, when CZ left the prison recently, if I've been following his X account, he has been tweeting about for buying what you call Asta token. Now, Asta token is a token of another exchanger, which is the decentralized exchange or DEX called Asta DEX. Now, Asta DEX was launched in 2024, meaning it has just done only 1 year. It's a merge between Astras and Apex Finance. It's a multi-chain because most of the DEX that started. When I talk about DEX, I mean decentralized exchange. Most of the DEX that started have been in the market. They have been only for single blockchain. You find Lithium is for Solana. You find Uniswap. You find Apache. So the DEX has been working with only individual blockchain with its token, whereby I cannot swap the tokens of this blockchain using the DEX of another blockchain. The reason why AstaDex is taking over is because it was one of the among the first DEX to provide access to more tokens from different blockchains. Meaning you are from by BNB, Ethereum, Arbitrum, Solana, all their blockchain can be traded. And apart from that, it gives us the future, or like the same way you see Binance, meaning you can do future trading, you can do spot trading, and you have the same interface you have on Binance for those who have trading. The same beautiful interface. Forget about just an interface for just swapping. No, they have a full interface for trading. And a beauty what makes DEX to stand up is that DEX with the DEX, you don't need to do KYC. No, in DEX there's no KYC. It's fully decentralized. Welcome to the real world of DeFi, decentralized finance. All you need is a Web3 wallet, and the assets are always within your wallet. You connect, then you trade, you log out, you remain with your assets. Think about that. Now, with the innovation of AstaDex, as I can tell you, the DEX market has done with this year, it has done over 1.1 $4 trillion in trading volume. And 60% of that trading happened on one exchange called AstaDex, meaning over $493 billion in trading volume happened on that exchange, which has been there for 1 year. Within just 30 days, they have made over $162 in just trading fees. Does that tell you something about the future? Why are people leaving centralized exchange going to the DEX? Because with centralized exchange, they freeze their account, they can ban them, and even they are not in control of their assets because they don't own the private key. But with DEX, you control your assets. Isn't that wonderful? Isn't that powerful, ladies and gentlemen? So the reason why we talk about ocean or OCEX or BNBOcean is because of the token I've been telling you about. Ladies and gentlemen, I want to see everybody in the chat box type OCEX token. If you've been following and you love this conversation, type OCEX token. OCEX is the native token of our DEX or our decentralized exchange called Ocean DEX. So which is this coin, which we call Ocean DEX, the intelligent flow of decentralized liquidity, which is the first world AI optimized perpetual DEX. No company has this apart from BNB Ocean. You see, and now the native token, the way you see how BNB is the native token for Binance, also OCEX is the native token for Ocean DEX, and you are going to be the first holder. You are going to be the first person to have a percentage of this token before anyone. Think about that. Before anyone, because their staking is starting tomorrow. We're not doing any kind of pre-sale. We have our own money. We're starting with $100 million in liquidity, already controlled by AI. That's why from there go, this coin is gonna go up in price. You're gonna see it increasing in price. You're gonna see it live in the market. So if you don't have your $50, if you don't have your $100, I don't know who bewitched you, because the information I'm giving you is so much for you not to take action. So to get a bit back, this coin is starting with about 200 million, as I told you. This will be the maximum supply of this coin. You see, there will not be any more coin created apart from 200 million. But one thing I assure you, that on every transaction that happens within a BNB Ocean, there will be a percentage they will be banning. So we expect in the next 1 or 2 years, you may find that their total supply maybe is 150 million because I banned 50 million of them. You see, so 10% is for the airdrop, Now, the airdrop is something very interesting. Is that the moment you register, actually, if you're here, make sure you register because you are going to get 5 OCEX token. The company is giving everybody 5 OCEX token. And guess what? If you get those 5 OCEX token, by next year, every token, the moment we hit a $500 million in market cap, every token will be valued at $100, meaning that 5 tokens is like somebody donating to you $500. That's why you need to get these 5 tokens. Get it today. Get the link from the person who shared this with you, and it's not does not stop there. If you share your link also to other people, as they get their five, they give you free. On the second level, they give you two. On the third level, they give you one. So they pay airdrop to free levels. So I've seen it in just less than a week. I've seen people accumulating 2,000 of this token before even staking because people are not sleeping. That's why you are seeing events happening everywhere. Everywhere, people are shouting BNB Ocean. Let me tell you, if you don't have something to give you Christmas money, this is it now. This is right now. If you don't have something to retire you from this industry, this is it right now. We have tried different projects, and we've been trusting God to that one project that can settle you. You see, that can finish you, and feel like what? At least all the ups and downs in the crypto industry were worth it finally because you found a project that finally settled you. That all the money you think you ever lost, this project will settle you, ladies and gentlemen. Isn't that wonderful? Isn't that powerful? So, ladies and gentlemen, this is the token. We're gonna start at 15 cents per token, but from there go it's gonna be growing up in value. So if you don't come in early, what I can tell you, the tokens you get at the opening price after 1 hour, maybe if you come in after 5 hours when the staking are starting, you may find that you are getting less tokens with the same amount of money. Now to go into the deeper details of the staking, how many coins you get per package you're gonna put in, is I have a partner or a business partner who is our key leader in Nigeria that has joined us in this call and is going to do a very good job to take us through the breakdown of the compensation plan. How much do we need? Which tokens are we getting? How are we staking? What are they staking in the world? And all other benefits. He has just done a very powerful event in Lagos. Is fired up and has been in this space for many years. As someone who has been in the space for 20 years in the space of MLM. But more importantly, when Bitcoin was here, he was among the people who has been following every little details about the crypto development. So he's very informed about Bitcoin, about blockchain, about DeFi, and is helping a lot of people to get started in the crypto space over the years. This is what has been doing. You cannot take him out of the crypto space. He knows so much and has benefited a lot of these are some of the people who have got success from this industry. Ladies and gentlemen, let's welcome my leader, my super leader, Mr. Stamble. Please put two in the chat box to welcome King Stamble himself. Over to you, my brother.
All right. Thank you so much. Thank you so much. Amazing. Amazing. Thank you so much, my brother Mustafa, all the way from Uganda. That was really amazing. That was really amazing from your end, trying to explain this token. Ladies and gentlemen, good evening, everyone. And you're joining us from any part of the world within Africa and outside Africa. I want to say you are highly welcome. All right, so right as he has said, my name is King Stambell, and tonight we are excited tonight of what is coming up here in Ocean BNB. It's really amazing. I'm going to take you, I'm not going to waste much time, but I'm going to take you through what is coming. What is coming is very important. But before I do that, let me quickly share my screen. My brother, I think, let me see from the... Yes. You can make me a co-host. All right. Just a moment. All right. So I'd like to take you through the compensation plan, how it works, and for you to understand what is coming on board. We're talking about Ocean BNB. It's no longer a new news. But I want to say this before I dive into this compensation plan. Most of the times, my humble self here, I think I've been in this space for quite a very long time when it comes to affiliate marketing, though that was not what I read in the school. But I tell you that this is a full business that you can actually be very smart. God bless our generation that we are in the era where you and I, we happen to find about Bitcoin, about crypto, about blockchain, whatever you want to call it. But I tell you that there are many people that are very, very slow in taking action when they see opportunities like this. Right before now, I was just going through the historic statistics or historic data of Bitcoin. Bitcoin as at 2013 was $67. And I must tell you the honest truth. There's a video. I can't play that video here. If I play that video, some of you will not be able to sleep tonight. You won't be able to sleep tonight. That video is a young lady that in 2009, she was having 950,000 pieces of Bitcoin. And the man was just videoing the lady. I have the video right here on my phone. He was just videoing the lady and was asking the lady, now you have Bitcoin of 950,000. What are you going to do with it? Can I tell you what the lady said? The lady said, well, for now, it's just an ordinary coin. It has no value. I don't know what it is. I'm just looking at it, The lady was just smiling, laughing. For now, it's just an ordinary coin. I don't know what it is. It's just 950,000 pieces. Probably maybe the lady just withdrew like 200,000 pieces and just go and eat pizza, just a pizza. Now, we all know the man, in quotes, that bought pizza, with how many pieces of pizza? Because that is the person that there are many of them that actually ate their Bitcoin in pizza, but you and I don't know them. The one we know is the one that is trending all over the world. Many people doubted it. People said it's Antichrist. People were skeptical about it. It's normal for you to be skeptical, but please be very decisive in making decisions. Ocean BNB have come, and all you need to do, I was reading through the chat, I saw somebody was writing something. I was telling the person, please don't just assume things. Don't just assume things by imaginations. No with knowledge. It is important that you listen attentively, understand how it works before you make necessary decisions. So please let me quickly, I don't know, my PDF is kind of lagging behind. I'm trying to share my screen quickly for we to dive straight into the business of today. All right. Just a minute. Now, tomorrow is the D-Day, guys. I hope you are ready. I hope everyone is ready for this amazing, amazing opportunity. But I want to just show you a little bit of what is likely for you to get. Now, it is stated that BNBOcean is going to be launching at 15 cents. It's going to be launching at 15 cents. Now, what that simply means is that in just few hours, it is possible for you to see the price of Ocean BNB to hit above even 30 cents, to hit above even 50 cents. It is highly possible. With what we have, it is highly possible for you to see this token hit above 50 cents. The question is, are you prepared tonight for this opportunity? Or are you going to be one of those who are telling the story? Listen, I hope you are aware Congo played a football yesterday, and many people are angry. Nigerians are angry, or your country did not win, you are angry. Can I tell you something? There's no need for you to stress your veins, because no matter the people that wins that match, the fans remains the fans. The people that are going to receive the award are the players. The players are the people that are going to receive the award. So do you want to be a player, or do you want to be a fan? So whichever one, you have to make that decision. Sorry, I was just taking some little time because my screen was lagging behind. So I'm just starting to share my screen right now. So ladies and gentlemen, I want to quickly show you. I hope you can hear me loud and clear and you can see my screen. If you can see my screen, can you please help me to type 777 on the chat if you can see my screen? I want to be sure that you can all see my screen right now. Help me to type 777 on the chat if you can see my screen. Just type 777. Let me know that you can see my screen. All right, beautiful, beautiful. Thank you so much. Thank you so much. So please, I need you to just help me to bring out your calculator and do some little calculations, or you can just watch the screen of what we have here. Now, what this simply means is very simple. You have heard Mr. Mustafa talk about the total supply. I assure you, I had an event here in Lagos, Nigeria. I was telling people that in 2020, there was a token that was launched at almost less than $70 for one in 2020. That was when we had the COVID-19. As a matter of fact, that token was launched at $35. $35. Now, in exactly less than 4 months, that token hit above Bitcoin. When Bitcoin has not even assumed $20,000, that token made its way up to 90 something thousand dollars for one. I can mention the name of that token. You go and check it on your coingecko.com or your coin. It's a public domain. Just go and check YFI. YFI is the name of the token. Yen Finance. Yen Finance made $90,000 for one. When it was launched at just $35, in less than 4 months, it made made people rich. Go and look at the total supply of that token. The total supply of that token was almost less than 200,000. Yes, you heard me right. Less than 200,000. So you need to understand the power of total supply. Mustafa mentioned something very powerful here. First of all, he mentioned about the total supply. He mentioned about liquidity. Liquidity. Now, we know that Ocean BNB has a utility case, and the community is huge. Look at the total supply. We're talking about just 200 million. 200 million. Guys, with my experience in crypto, I must tell you that you will blink your eyes and open, you will see Ocean BNB in more than $50. I was talking to my people in Lagos. I said, now, it is stated with projection that Ocean BNB is going to hit $100 for one in 2026. But can I tell you something in real time? Can I tell you something in real time? If you have the mentality of $5, then you understand the mentality of $100. If you have the mentality of $5, you will understand the mentality of $100. Let's take, for example, from my screen. As you can see, $1,000 is giving you 6,666 pieces of this token. That is if you buy at the rate of 15 cents. That means in a month, it is projected that in a month, you should be having how much? In a month, you should be having about 666 pieces. If you do your calculation very well, somebody that put in $1,000 is going to have 6,666 pieces. That is the total number of coins that you are going to have. Now, that total number of coin, if we go by 10% of it, or if we go by 10% of it, it should be giving you about 666 monthly that it should be returning back to you. That is the dividend from staking. Either you are staking for 9 months or you are staking for 18 months. It should be giving you 666 pieces. If you break that down into daily returns of that staking reward, that should be giving you about 22 pieces. About 22 pieces of this OCEX. Now, can I tell you something, guys? You are getting 22 pieces on a daily basis. Imagine that the token moved from 15 cents and moved to just 50 cents. Let's start with that. 50 cents. Can you imagine the money you have? Imagine $1, imagine $2, imagine $3. What it simply means, if you do your calculation very well, if you stake for 9 months, let's use 9 months for example, and do that calculation of 22 pieces in 9 months, you should be having about 5,700 and something pieces. This is different from your original quantity of 6,666 pieces. In total, if you add 5,700, almost 6,000 pieces of that token, imagine if that token becomes $5. That's what I mean by having the mentality of $5, okay? Having the mentality, because why we needed to stress these things is because some people don't really understand. Some people are sailing on top of the water. No, they are not diving deep. They don't really understand what is coming. They only want to understand, oh, okay, how much am I going to get? No, you need to understand how wide you can get. It's not just about what you can get right now. You need to understand how wide you can really get what we have in Ocean BNB. Imagine Yen Finance, I just mentioned about Yen Finance. Go to your CoinGecko and check it. Imagine in 2020, Many of you must have had like $50 or even $100, and it was actually very cheap then. Imagine if you just have like 4 pieces of it, just 4 pieces of it. And imagine that token went straight to $90,000 in just less than 4 months. Imagine how much you would have made. Imagine Ocean BNB. Ocean BNB, you have just like 5,000 pieces of it. Imagine Ocean BNB become $150 for one. $150 for one. Let me not even talk about $150 for one. Imagine $5, price of $5. You can actually end your Christmas very well, guys. So, ladies and gentlemen, I just want to give you a more depth understanding to understand what we have here in Ocean BNB. Now, look up here, guys. As you can see from my screen, all right? Now, you can see the possibility of what you can gain from staking. For those of you, as tomorrow, at the time get tomorrow, I know there will be rush. People want to stake immediately because you want to maximize the 15 cent. You don't even want it to even add even extra 1 cent. You don't want 16 cents. You want to buy at 15 cents. Now, the question is, tonight, are you ready? Either with your USDT or your BNB, whichever information we get, all that is required of you is just buy USDT and keep it in your wallet. Get ready. If they say you are transferring, if you are changing it to BNB, you are doing it immediately. Get ready tonight. Don't wait until die minute. You start rushing and calling upline. Oh, please, I don't know how to buy. Oh, please, I don't know how to do this. No, get ready. Nobody waits for no one. And you need to understand that nobody identifies with failure. Nobody identifies with failure. People don't care about your failure. People only care about your success. Now, if you look at this screen here, $50 is the minimum you can actually stake. You can stake for 9 months, you can stake for 18 months. And if you stake for 9 months, for example, on the $50, you are liable to get between 4 to 6%. 4 to 6%, and that is on the monthly basis. You can break it down to daily basis. You now know how much it is. Now, of course, if you stake a longer time, 18 months, I have heard some people talk about, oh, it's 18 months far. Oh, it looks like 18 months is far. Come off it, guys. There are some tokens that have stayed for like 6-7 years before it come into limelight, and yet people made money. I can mention a few of them. Okay, example, the one that everybody knows. People talk about Pi. How many years did it take you to mine Pi? It took you almost 7 years to mine Pi. And I will tell you, we are telling people this is an opportunity. Some people are sleeping on the bicycle with this kind of opportunity. Can I tell you something, my brother? Somebody told me about Pi. A military man in Nigeria told me about Pi a few years ago. He was on me, disturbing me back and front. I never took Pi serious. That man gathered more than 20,000 pieces of Pi. I don't know if you heard me correctly. That man gathered more than 20,000 pieces of Pi. You can imagine how much that man made. Guys, take opportunity. Very, very important, guys. Now, if you put in, for example, $100, you see the percentage that you can be able to get. If you decide to stake for 9 months, you'll be able to get between 5 to 7%. If you decide to stake for 18 months, you'll be able to get between 7 to 9%. And of course, if you stake for like $2,000 or $5,000, you see how much you can be able to get. So this is very elaborate, very simple for you to understand. How many of you, I assure you, I can bet you there are many people on this call tonight, they have never opened this PDF that we are using. We have shared this PDF in the group several times, but they have never opened it. And yet, they want to make $1 million. How come? How? You need to pay a price for it. Opening the PDF is part of the price you need to pay. Open it and study it. Because when you understand something, you cannot fail. Nobody fails with knowledge. Now, let's look at the staking reward. You can see it has already been broken down here. The possibility of what you can make, guys. Ladies and gentlemen, I have done the calculation on this. Let us look at this. Now, also, the staking reward, there are 3 different ways you can deal with your staking reward. There are 3 different ways you can deal with your staking reward, which Mustafa has mentioned in part of his presentation. You can decide to stake it, or you can decide to lock it, rather. Of course, when you lock these tokens, when you lock the tokens and the price appreciates, you can be able to make more fun. You can decide that you want to unlock it. You want to unlock it and receive OCEX. You can hold them till it hits your own target price. All right? Nobody, I can tell you, okay, this is the right time for you to enter a particular market. There's a time to enter. I won't tell you the time to get out, because it is you and your greed that will be battling where you need to get out of the market. It is you and your greed that has to be battling on that. So you have to make decision. Okay, I think OCEX has gotten to $5. I'm okay with that. I think it has gotten to $1. I'm okay with that. You have to make that decision. But can I give you a candid advice for free tonight? I tell you that it is good to take profit, but please don't consume the whole profit. Don't consume the whole profit. This advice I'm giving you is so expensive, guys. It's so expensive. Don't joke with it. Now, the third is that you can actually swap your OCEX into BNB because OCEX is going to be paired with BNB. Swap it. It's an opportunity for you to be able to gather this BNB. Ladies and gentlemen, let's dive straight into the business, guys. Now, for those of you, affiliate marketing, it has shown over the years that affiliate marketing is a duplicative model system for you to be able to make more profit. Listen, business is not all about how quality or how less quality your product is. No, business most of the times is about the community, it's about turnover. Okay, it's about turnover. And you understand that the affiliate marketing here will also help you to grow more and to also acquire more of this token and more of BNB. This is very important. And the network growth amplifier here is very, very simple. What do you need to do? I want to keep this very simple. I don't want to stress you at all. All you need to do, for example, let me use someone's name, for example. Let me say Obusco. Okay, I saw someone's name, Obusco. Obusco, for example, referred King Stambel, and King Stambel decide that he want to put $1,000 into the business. King Stambel decide that he want to put $1,000. Now, King Stambel putting in $1,000 is expecting, let's say, for example, I bought at the rate of 15 cents and I was able to gather over 6,000 pieces of OCEX. Now, for having that, that simply means that I have made my calculation that in a month, I should be having nothing less than 600 pieces of the OCEX. Now, in regard to the 600 pieces of the OCEX, if I break it down to daily, that means about 22 pieces of this token on a daily basis. Now, listen, what you are going to be getting is 15% of that staking reward. 15% of that staking reward, that is the self top-up. 15% of that staking reward is going to come to you. This is very simple. Let me tell you something for free. Let me tell you this for free. In crypto does not give respect to how much you are bringing into the business. Oh, I'm bringing in $50, I'm bringing in $100, I'm bringing in $500. That's not what crypto respects. Crypto respects the quantity that you have. The quantity you have there, is it a good token or is it a liquidity token? We can call it liquidity token or you call it shit coins. Let's say, for example, someone said, I have Bitcoin. The question is, how many pieces do you have? Okay. So remember that it is very important for you to understand that gathering OCEX here is highly important. As the value of OCEX increases, the value of one of that OCEX appreciates so much. The question is, how many quantity do you have? That's why I gave you a free lecture by telling you that it is good for you to, collect profit in crypto, but you must collect that profit with wisdom. Don't just consume the whole profit, guys. No, decide how many percentage you want to consume. Decide the one you want to leave. Because many of you are on this call listening to me today that I assure you that some of you had more than 5 Bitcoin many years ago, that you, out of lack of knowledge, you misused the Bitcoin. You never knew that Bitcoin is going to hit $100,000. It never occurred to you. You need to understand that. What makes the difference between a rich man and a poor person is information. Let me give you a very simple testimony, and not just a testimony, just an advice that can help you so that you don't just spend your coin OCEX anyhow. Let me give you a simple illustration, and this is coming from my own very self. Now, in 2020, 2021, there was something I did that I gathered over 100 pieces of Ethereum. I know somebody is key to understand what I'm trying to say. Over 100 pieces of Ethereum I gathered. Listen, I gathered that Ethereum, and just 7 months before Ethereum, that was exactly, go and check your statistics. That was exactly around 14th and 15th of February 2021 when Ethereum hit $4,500 for one. 7 months before that time, I sold my Ethereum at the rate of less than, I think around $285 or less than $300. I sold the Ethereum. I have another friend. The friend also made the kind of quantity of Ethereum that I made. But the friend told me something last month. He said, I got a call from someone from Netherlands. And the person said, please don't sell that Ethereum, hold it. And that made me to hold my Ethereum. I didn't sell. 7 months later, that guy became over $150,000 rich. But I already sold my own in less than $30,000. Now, what is the difference between I and that person? The difference is information. Information is the difference. So I want to assure you tonight here that this is a place of knowledge. Don't just come here and just depend. I've seen some people say, oh, please, can I swap just 5 pieces of OCEX? Oh my God. No, you need to come up that level, guys. You need to think big. You need to think big. You need to understand what is at stake. You need to understand the vision. It's good to take profit, but if you must do that, please apply wisdom. That is my knowledge tonight. Now you can see how the network grows here, that if you now register two direct, I want to give everybody a simple illustration just to make it very easy for you. Please make effort to register nothing less than 10 directs under you. 10 directs. These 10 directs, at least minimum of $50, which is the least that you can stake in Ocean BNB. 10 direct. If you do that, let me tell you the implication of what that is going to cost you. The implication is the fact that now, as long as that person is building and making from the staking reward, you are going to be having 12% on the second level generation. 12% because that person has 2 directs. Now, if you come to the third level generation, you are having 8% because that person has 3 directs. You see? So you don't come here to struggle with your mind. No, just go straight and have 10 directs under you. And that attitude or that action that you have taken is going to cost you to start earning a lot of money from this system. Now, you can see a system where you can even earn down to your 10th level generation, down to your 10th level. And even on your 10th level generation, you are making 8%. You are making 8% just because you have 7 directs. 7 directs. Out of these 7 directs, 2 are already ranking. Out of these 7 directs, we are going to look into the ranking now. We are going to see the ranking. Out of these 7 directs, 2 are already ranking. And even on your 10th generation, you are making 8%. Can you imagine that? Now, the question is, what do you think that you are making here, guys? What do you think you are earning? You are earning OCEX, which you can actually convert into BNB. You heard when Mustafa was talking about our own DEX. You don't understand. Many years ago, a few years ago, let me not call it many years ago, a few years ago, some people bought into PancakeSwap. Few years ago, some people bought into Uniswap. Do you know how many Uniswap some people have that made them? That's a DEX on its own, a decentralized exchange. Don't joke with it, guys. So ladies and gentlemen, this is really going to be amazing on what we're going to see. I'm not going to dive too much into this, this calculation. I've almost done justice to that. So let us look at the leadership framework. Let us look at the leadership framework. If you look at the leadership framework here, this is ranking. For you to become a wave initiator, all you need is a total business volume on $10,000, and this must come from 3. You see the bit of me trying to keep it simple for you. I don't want you to stress your mental health. I don't want you to stress yourself. Just get 10 people registered under you directly. Now, as long as you have 10% registered directly under you, all you need to do is start building the business. As they are building the business, you are growing. Now, look up here now. If you have a qualification from 3 different legs, now 3 different legs, at the ratio of 40, 40, 20 with 3 directs, of course. For you to have 40, 40, 20, that is 3 directs. Now, having this ratio, meaning that a total business volume of $10,000 from these 3 legs, now you are going to receive a 15% match reward. A 15% match reward. This is called dynamic differential match reward. It's going to be given to you, and that is a total of income multiplier, a total of 4x, 4 times, 4x. That is of this total business volume. You can imagine what you can earn from here. Ladies and gentlemen, this is an opportunity for you to earn a lot of OCEX, a lot of BNB.
If you remember the total supply of BNB, BNB total supply is not even up to 200. I mean, I think it's close to 200 million, close to about 180 something million. That was the total supply of BNB. Now look at the total supply of Ocean BNB. Okay, you'll be able to understand where Ocean BNB can take you. Listen, let me tell you something about crypto. They have stated that, I mean, Ocean BNB is going to hit $100 by 2026. But can I tell you something? Crypto is crazy, guys. Why they are making calculations of, I mean, at average 500 million, I mean, market capitalization. Do you know that it can even hit more than that? Do you know that 2026, the Ocean BNB might just hit 1 billion? 1 billion. And when it hits 1 billion, that means that the price per Ocean BNB is going to be more than $100. It's going to be more than $100. Don't joke with crypto. Crypto is crazy. Crypto is one business that I know you sleep today, a poor man, you wake up the next day, you're a rich person. Now look at the whole ranks here, guys. If you decide to build a business, current builder, if you accumulate 25,000 points with one rank, left and right, with 5 direct, all total of 25,000, you are going to be having 25%. I will be able to break all these things down, but down to Ocean Apex, if you're able to accumulate 15 million accumulative points, I mean, learning is a process. You don't send your child to school and expect your child to come out with grade 1 on the second day. No, your child might be learning indices for the next 1 month. Indices. So learning is a process. Building a business is a process. Getting to $15 million accumulative business volume is a process. You don't just do it, but you need to start from somewhere. Why not start from accumulating 10,000? This is very, very important. At $15 million, you're already a don, guys. Even on the fourth rank here, on the 5th rank here, you are making so much money from the business. And this is different from your staking reward. It is different from your staking reward. For those of you who understand the power in duplication, the power in network marketing, and this is what you can earn down to 8x, guy. Down to 8x, you can get this. Let us look at the prime performance incentive framework. Now, this is a very powerful monthly growth. This one is like a salary, guys. This is where you earn like the real USDT, guys. You earn USDT. This is like placing you on a salary, guys. Imagine accumulating a total volume of $5,000. For doing that, imagine accumulate a total volume of $5,000. 40%, 40%, 20% distributive rule, qualification period, 1st to 31st of each month. So from every 1st of each month to 31st of each month, you have the framework, or you have the framework for you to qualify for this promo. If you accumulate $5,000 and maintain this same volume, if you accumulate $5,000 and maintain this same volume, $250 will be given to you. And if you accumulate $12,500, okay, accumulatively and maintain that volume, $750 will be given to you. And this will be coming to you every single month like a salary, guys. Every single month like a salary. Like I said, I don't want to stress you so much. That's why I have to keep it so simple by telling you all you need to do is just for you to register 10 persons direct. And sit down with these 10 persons and build your business. You can actually do more than that. I know there are some people who say, what is 10? What is 10? I'm going to register 50 persons. I mean, now you are speaking my language. Let's go, guys. So, ladies and gentlemen, this is where this business, this is not just, it's not just another token. It's not just another token. It's a complete revolution. And how do you know that something is a revolution? What is revolution? Can you go to your dictionary and define what revolution is? I mean, what is revolution? With what is happening in Ocean BNB, it should tell you enough that this is a revolution. How many of you guys saw the meeting from Indians, over 1,000? How many of you saw what is happening in Kenya, in Uganda, in Nigeria, in South Africa, everywhere? That tells you that this is a revolution. Are you there? Are you still waiting? Still thinking about? Secure your spot, guys. Secure your spot. And reward in BNB. Be part of this global DeFi transformation. This is where I'm going to hold it tonight, guys. Ladies and gentlemen, I want to thank you. So if you got any question, tomorrow is the deal day. One thing I want you to take home tonight is this. Prepare tonight with your USDT, what you want to start with, okay? Prepare tonight what you want to start with. Okay, save it, buy it. If you don't know how to buy it, meet whoever that has invited you to this call. Let the person help you to buy USDT. Have it right there in your wallet. It's still the same thing. I mean, I can't really remember the last time I went to the bank to go and stand at the bank and be doing. No, no, no. The world we live today, whether you want to accept it or not, your validation is not needed. Cryptocurrency is the future of finance. It is what it is, guys. Nobody can change it. Even Donald Trump cannot change it. It is the future of finance. Look at what artificial intelligence is doing out there in the world. I mean, look at what it's doing there. A few days ago, I paid for ChatGPT just to help me to do some certain things on the chat. I paid for monthly subscription on the ChatGPT. You see, so AI is here. It's going to make a complete difference in Ocean BNB. So, ladies and gentlemen, if you got any question to ask, please quickly raise your hand. Raise your hand if you got any question. I'm going to give it back to Mustafa. Mustafa is going to take some questions. And tonight we are getting ready. I know you're excited. I know you're excited. If you got any question, click on the hand button so that we're going to take your question. Mustafa, let me give it back to you, my brother.
Wow, 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 wow. Stamber, you need to do this presentation over and over again. I love the energy. I like how you articulate these bonuses. Guys, let's give it up to King Stamber. This has been a lovely presentation. If you have not understood from his presentation, then I don't know when you ever understand that his money riches for you. Crypto riches are there for you in this project. I don't know. If you really appreciate his presentation, please put king. Yes, the king himself. Put the word king as a token of appreciation in the comment section. If you afford everything and you love the energy, you love the articulation, please put king. Wow, 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 wow. Stavio, all this is your appreciation. People have loved your presentation. This is so powerful. Wow, wow, wow. Powerful. Wow, thanks for the love. You are the best audience. You are the best audience in this Zoom. Thank you for following through. Thank you for showing him love. You know, it takes a lot for somebody to give his 100%. Regardless if we're in his team or not, he has given us his 100%. And trust me, on Wednesday, it's going to be massive. So if you miss our Wednesday presentation, it's going to be a combo. Me, Stambel, leader Chris, and many other leaders. Because that on Wednesday, we'll be talking practicality because staking will have started. So Wednesday, I want to invite you, start telling your people that our next Zoom is going to be Wednesday. So without much ado, I want to invite our leader, leader Chris. Please come